The average attention span in America is 8 seconds. So if you're getting up in front of a group of people to talk, you'd better start with a question. Because if you start with, I'm Mike Litton and here's my resume, you've lost them. You can't even get to the resume part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well said.
He was standing off stage. Scott Mann was. He mentions this in his book. He was standing off stage. This big Fortune 500 company had hired him to come in and be their keynote speaker. CEO gets up and says, I'm going to introduce our speaker, Scott Mann, in a minute. But I have a slide deck here that'll catch you up to speed with how we're doing as a company. He goes right into the slide deck. Scott was watching the audience. Everybody in the audience that worked for him was on their phone. They weren't paying attention anymore. If he had stepped up there and said, I'm going to introduce Scott Mann in a second. Let me ask you a question. You're on the front lines. I have a slide deck here that tells us how we're doing as a company. How do you think we did this year? What do you think we did? What do you think those slides are going to say? There wouldn't have been anybody on their phone, David. They would have stopped and they would have been engaged and they would have been rubbernecking if somebody raised their hand and were actually talking to the CEO, right? They would have been rubbernecking to see if they knew who that was, and they'd have been jealous because they want one-on-one time with the CEO. You with me? They wouldn't have been on their phones. When you ask questions, you engage. When you talk you lose. You just absolutely lose. And so one of the things that I've learned doing this, and all the years I've been doing all the stuff I've been doing, is it's really about the power of questions.